Let's chat about some of the differences here. All right. All right. So government seized property is generally acquired through law enforcement actions, such as like seizure due to criminal activities. You know, when you're watching those Netflix shows and then they're like this big drug dealer or this money launderer or whatever. You always wonder, like, man, wonder what happened to all these mansions. Well, these mansions go for sale at the government seized properties. And that's the last video we showed some pretty big mansion. And then we showed some farmland that had some questionable activities with giant greenhouses. I wonder why that was seized, right? Whereas the over-the-counter deeds are due to lack of payment on the property taxes, right? And the reason for sale is different as well. So a government seized property is going to be sold due to confiscation, right? Based on legal violations that a person has made. And then with the tax deeds, remember, only when it goes over the counter is it seized by the government. So you're probably going to see a higher quality of property going to the confiscated properties, right? And a lot of the seized properties will go to auction. And if there are some of those that didn't sell at the auction, it'd be basically like an over-the-counter seized property. So that is great. Now, one of the benefits of like a seized property and an over-the-counter, more so seized property, is if it's really nice, a lot of the times they'll do like open houses. You can go, you can see it, you can get it inspected, where an over-the-counter deed that is just sitting there, you know, you have to do your own due diligence, which is the name of the game and why we do it. So that's another difference, right? Once again, when you are buying these properties, a lot of the times you might have to clear title, which isn't a huge deal. It's the same thing with tax liens and deeds. You may have to use a company like Tax Title Services to get a clear title so that you can, maybe it just comes as like a quit claim deed or things like that. So you'll just have to clear the title. All right, moving on, right? So often a lot of these seized properties can be in sometimes better condition, like I mentioned, than the tax deeds. And you'll have all sorts of different types of properties. Government seizure auctions can be, you know, arranged like cars, trucks, jewelry. You know, there's many auctions that can happen based on when they seize a property, because, you know, you go into that house and you're like, man, I wonder what happened to all the cars and stuff like that that were parked in the driveway. So that can go to the seize auction. And a lot of people make a really good living basically just going to these seizure auctions as well. But you watching this as a tax lien and deed investor, your skills can be used. Like, these are very simple. Like, it's low hanging fruit. It's an economy of scale because you're researching tax liens and deeds anyway. And you can find these auctions that are happening all over the place. And your skills will make you a friggin', you know, superpower when it comes to the seized property. All right.